Ready whenever you're set.
Yes, sir. Step over to the counter. Right here. State your full name for the judge.
Jeffrey Christian Pedersen.
All right, Mr. Pedersen. The state is alleging one charge against you, which is possession of stolen property. That is a Class 3 felony that you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 26th of January at 4 o'clock p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that crime, not convict you, but to charge you. If probable cause is found, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then that felony allegation will dismiss.
Okay.
There is a possibility that the case will go in front of a grand jury or that the case will not file it. And if that's the case, you'll be notified either way of the grand jury process or that it does not file, and they have up to 7 years from the date of your arrest or the statute of limitations allowance to file that complaint against you. Okay? Best thing for you to do is to call the first business day before the 26th of January to see if it's still proceeding or not, and you'll have your answer whether you need to appear or not. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if you change your address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, and do not possess any firearms since it's a felony allegation. And then if you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. So that's only why these release conditions are in place. And then if the conviction takes place, then you have to follow federal law as far as restoration of rights to carry firearms. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can you abide by those?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll show up to court unless otherwise ordered?
Yes.
All right. I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. That's all I've got for you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
Welcome.
right. Step to the counter. Full name for the judge. All the way.
Hi there, sir. Can you state your name?
Tyler Kitzig.
All right, sir. What's your full name?
Stephen Kitzig.
Thank you. The state is alleging two charges. I know that you already saw the Superior Court today to handle the warrants. The
Yeah.
two charges that are alleged against you are dangerous drug possession or use and drug paraphernalia possession or use. Both of those are felony allegations that you have the right to remain silent and right to counsel and right to trial on. I scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 16th of January at 4 o'clock p.m. That is a hearing to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those two charges, not convict you. If there is probable cause for charging, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, then those two charges could dismiss. Your release conditions are obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, not to possess any firearms because of the felony allegations. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a $3,000 bond hold on you so you remain in custody. Being that you have a bond, the prosecutor must file a complaint within 48 hours of this hearing. If they fail to file that complaint, you'll be released on your own recognizance without any conditions of release. If they do file the complaint, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire one. I'll send a financial questionnaire that if you wish to exercise that right and provide your financial information, if the complaint does file, and we'll review your financial questionnaire, and if you qualify, we'll notify an attorney for you and let them know of your in custody status, your bond amount, and the charges that are alleged against you, and your attorney will be then in touch with you shortly thereafter. If the so the complaint does not file, then you'll be released in 48 hours on those charges. There's also a possibility that the case could go in front of a grand jury. If that is the case, you'll be notified by mail if you're out of custody or while you're in custody that the case did go to a grand jury. If they don't file the complaint according to the statute of limitations or 7 years from the date of your arrest, they can file the complaint within that time frame. Do you have any questions of that information, sir?
No.
Okay. All right. If you don't have any questions, that's all I have for you. I'll be sending you the order. The financial questionnaire that if you wish to exercise your court-appointed attorney right.
Okay. Oh, I guess quick question. If I bond out, and then they decide not to bring it up, I just get that money back or something?
Yes, the bond will be released to you if no complaint files by the court date that I gave you. So that extends it out to the court date.
Okay.
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 Any other questions on that?
That'll do it. Thank you.
You bet.
All the sergeant. Step to the counter and state your full name for the judge.
Letitia Carter.
All right, ma'am. What's your full name, please?
What did you say? I can hear you.
What is your full name, please?
Letitia Lynn Carter.
Thank you. All right, the state is alleging one charge against you, and that's a shoplifting charge filed under the theft statute. That's a misdemeanor violation. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 4th of February at 9 a.m. That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest on that date. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding. All of those options will be explained to you on what occurs with each of those pleas, as well as the penalty range for that charge, and there may or may not be restitution that is owed also. So you'll be well informed before you give your plea at the next hearing. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any address change, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission to the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, and do not go near the location of the alleged offense. Do you have any personal property at that alleged offense location?
No, sir.
All right, so you won't need to return there to collect personal property. I'm going to omit that portion out. All right, do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
Can you abide by those?
Yes, I can.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got for you then.
Thank you.
On that one, what was up?
Excuse me, Judge, sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
On Mr. Kitzing, did you have a discussion about the Yavapai warrant?
I did not talk to him about the Yavapai warrant. All I saw was this, maybe I overlooked it, but the Gila County Superior Court warrants.
It should have been attached there as well as the Yavapai for $2,500, but not till after he sees the IA court.
But not to what?
After he sees an IA court, after he sees you.
Oh, okay. So I'll add that to the release questionnaire. Do we need to bring him brought forward for me to inform him of that?
No, sir, I'll let him know.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. I got one more, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This way back. Step to the counter, state your full name for the judge.
Hi there. Can you state your full name, please?
Deborah Harrison.
Do you have a middle name, Miss Harrison?
L.
Is it just the letter L, or do you have a full letter last name?
Harrison.
Okay, so what is your middle name?
Oh, Lee.
Okay. All right, the state is alleging one criminal violation, and then you have a few civil traffic violations. So first, we'll talk about the criminal violation. That is a knowingly display a fictitious license plate, class 2 misdemeanor, that you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on. What I'd like to do is save you another trip back to court and hold the arraignment now on that and take a plea from you. That saves you one trip back to court. Depending on how you plead, it may save you another trip back if that's what if you choose to do that. What I would need is your consent to waive your personal appearance in court and do this by video. Do I have your consent?
Yes.
Okay. So the class 2 misdemeanor has a maximum fine of $750 plus surcharges, 4 months of jail, and or 2 years of probation. There is no mandatory minimum charge on that, so the court's discretion's from 0 up to those maximum penalties. Your options are to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, we can move forward into sentencing today as well and save you another trip back as well. If you plead not guilty, then I'll schedule you for a pre-trial conference. That's where you'll meet with the prosecutor on the case. They
No,
may
that's all right. I won't
Okay.
do, I'll just plead no contest.
Okay, I still have to explain all this information because
Okay, all right.
it's just for your legal rights.
Okay.
So the pretrial conference is where you'll meet with the prosecutor. They may provide the police report and any other evidence that they plan on using at a trial at a later time if the case does in fact go to a trial. At the conclusion of that meeting, one of 3 things occurs. 1, it does go to a trial. 2, it could enter a plea agreement. Or 3, it could dismiss. That's if you plead not guilty and have a pretrial conference. The difference between a guilty and a no contest plea is the following. If you plead guilty, you're acknowledging the facts and admitting that you committed the crime. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting nor are you denying, but acknowledging the facts that would be used at a trial if a trial did in fact take place. Both a guilty and a no contest plea show as a conviction on your criminal history. Okay? You also have the right to an attorney. The court does not have any information that is asking any jail time, so you're not facing jail time as a consequence. Whether you plead guilty or no contest now, or if you have a trial and are later found guilty, you're still not facing any jail time. If that changes, your rights change. You would have the right to a court-appointed attorney, but at this time, there's no request for any jail time. I don't see that changing down the road either. So your options for an attorney are to waive the presence of an attorney or hire an attorney at your own expense. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. How do you wish to proceed regarding the attorney decision? Hiring an attorney at your own expense or waiving the presence of an attorney?
What do you mean? For an attorney?
Yeah, so if you're planning on pleading guilty or
I'll waive the expense. I'll waive it.
You
I
want
don't
to
want an attorney.
Okay. I'll send you a form that does two things. It, number one, waives your personal appearance that we spoke about. And number two, to waive the presence of an attorney. So it'll just require to sign that one form for both things. So I'll send that on its way. All right. And providing that further on the information, do you wish to enter your plea now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How do you wish to plea?
Guilty.
Okay. I'll enter your guilty plea, and with your permission, we'll move into sentencing to save you the trip back. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a moment here. I have to explain to you the rights that you're giving up by entering your guilty plea. That's your constitutional right that I need to make sure that we abide by. So first off, are you on probation or parole?
No.
Okay.
I put the plate on there.
Okay. All right, by pleading guilty, you're giving up the right to plead not guilty and require the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You're also giving up the right to have a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up the right to have the assistance of an attorney at all stages of the proceeding, including appeal, and that's why you going to sign the attorney waiver form. You're also giving up the right to confront witnesses against you and cross-examine them as to the truthfulness of their testimony. You're giving up the right to present evidence on your own behalf and subpoena your own witnesses and have the court compel your witnesses to come to court for you, free of charge to you. You're also giving up the right to remain silent and to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And you're also giving up the right to a direct appeal. I need to make you aware of possible collateral consequences. Again, the key word there is possible, and that is the possible suspension of your driver's license, an impact on a commercial driver's license or other professional license, an impact on your insurance rates, the revocation of probation or parole, an increased penalty for further criminal charges, becoming a prohibited possessor if convicted of domestic violence charges, and if you're not a citizen of the United States, a plea or finding of guilt may result in your deportation or being denied citizenship or reentry. Further on your citizenship, it states that under Rule 17.2, if you're not a citizen of the United States, pleading guilty or no contest to a crime may affect your immigration status. Admitting guilt may result in deportation even if the charge is later dismissed. Your plea or admission of guilt could result in your deportation or removal, could prevent you from ever being able to get legal status in the United States, or could prevent you from becoming a United States citizen. Understanding each of these rights I've explained to you, do you wish to give up those rights and enter your guilty plea?
Yes.
Okay. Regarding your guilty plea, are you making that voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Nobody forced, threatened, or harassed you to make that plea?
No.
Did anybody promise you any lighter sentence or punishment by pleading that you would receive it?
No.
Okay, the court finds that you entered your plea knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and will accept your plea of guilty. You may file a Rule 33 petition for post-conviction relief, and if denied, file a petition for review. I'll give you a letter that explains what that is to you. It'll also have those possible collateral consequences that I talked to you about on there. You may also request to set aside the judgment of conviction pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13905 once all the terms of the sentence have been completed, and you may qualify for a certificate of second chance and apply to seal the records pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 13911 once the terms of the sentence and the timeframes have been satisfied. So the letter that I provide you will give you the explanation of that Rule 33 petition, how to set aside the judgment, and how to seal the records also. So it'll all be informed on that letter for you. The factual basis of your case is that you're admitting guilt to is that on 1/5 of 2026 at about 8:56 p.m. you were contacted near East Scout Loop and South Beeline Highway near milepost 251 on State Route 87. In that police contact, it was found that you were operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway or actual physical control of a vehicle on a public roadway, knowing that the license plate to the vehicle was fictitious and on the vehicle. Does that sound consistent?
Yes.
Okay, that occurred in Gila County in the jurisdiction of this court. Now there's the 4 additional civil traffic violations that you can plead responsible or not responsible to, and individually or all together. Those violations is number 1, no insurance. Number 2, not having registration to the vehicle. Number 3 is having a suspended driver's license, civil penalty, and also not having a driver's license. Do you wish to enter a plea of responsible or not responsible in total or individually?
I'll just for all of them.
Okay, and how do you
I
plead?
didn't have none of them.
Okay,
I was actually just bought the car and was on my way to take care of it. That kind of stuff.
okay, so you're pleading responsible?
Yeah, I had a licensed driver that was going to drive me down to Phoenix.
Okay. So I just want to confirm then you are pleading responsible to those civil traffic offenses?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
going down to Phoenix, I was on my way to go down to Phoenix to take care of another one because I already proved in the Phoenix court that I had it. And so I don't know what it's doing again on my record, but they took my car when all this happened.
Okay.
And I was driving a new car. It was paid for. And I had my driver's license. I had insurance. I had registration. I had all that stuff. I just paid a little over $20,000 for my car. I mean, I had all of it.
Okay.
I had 2 insurances. And that's what this came from. That's what all this is coming from. And I had all of that. And see, and now that's what messed up my driver's license.
Okay, well, so I've got, the way I'm going to impose sentencing on this, I'm going to give you some abilities to correct them, okay?
All right, all right.
All right, so on the count A violation, that is the knowingly display a fictitious license plate. That's the one that I told you, that's a criminal offense that has a maximum fine of up to $750.
Yeah.
On that charge, I'm imposing a $250 fine, okay? I could have assigned probation also, I'm not going to do that. The count B violation, that is the no insurance. Now that is a standard fine, that is $945. However, if you're able to find an insurance policy of 6 months that shows that that vehicle was insured, that'll dismiss. If you don't do that and you move forward and get insurance on it, okay, and you're able to produce a 39-month driver vehicle record without any prior insurance violations, then that can reduce down to a $184, and I'll give you 45 days to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Now make sure that that motor vehicle record, 39 months, there's not a prior insurance violation. If there is, it will enhance the penalty, so you may not submit that to the. You may choose not to submit that to the court. If there's not any prior insurance, then you're okay to do that to get the reduction.
The car's been sitting for over 2 years.
Okay.
Almost 2.5.
Okay.
Because the fob was off the key.
Okay.
So it's been sitting for over 2.5 years.
All right. The other count C violation is no registration. That's a standard imposed fine of $172. They having a driver's license that's suspended, that's a $411 fine. If you get your driver's license within 45 days of today's date, I'll reduce that fine down to $100. Okay, so that'll get
All
a considerable saving.
Yeah, that's considerable savings, yes. Thank you.
All right. So that will reduce from $411 to $100. And then on the count E, they cited no valid driver's license. I'm dismissing that violation because if your driver's license is suspended, you obviously don't have a driver's license. So I'm dismissing that violation in its entirety. All right, so there is a $69 jail fee for the incarceration. There's a $35.80 court security fee. With those applied, the total balance is now $1,882.80. Are you able to pay that today?
No.
Okay, I can put you on a payment plan. Per statute, I have to add an additional $20 if it can't be paid at the time of sentencing. So we have a balance of $1,902.80, but there's still the possibility of the 45 days for you to receive reductions on that. How
Okay.
much are you currently making payments to the court now
Yeah, $50 a month.
on other cases?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I can,
no, just continue to do that.
okay, all right.
You always can pay more if you can, but you don't have to pay more. We'll just continue making your payments. So I'm not ordering you to make an additional monthly payment. Just
Okay.
stay current on those payments and we'll add this to it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna get my driver's license.
Good,
And
that'll
the car
save you money.
registered.
Good, both of those will save you money.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll have to pay to do those things, but I think in the long run, it'll save you on these fines.
yeah,
All right, so I've ordered you to just continue to make your monthly payments. We're releasing you out of custody regarding this information on the driving on a fictitious license plate. Do you have any questions for me?
no,
Okay, so we'll be sending this information over shortly and then having you released out of custody.
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all, sir.
You want it sent to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.